Hello friends, how are you all? So let us start with our topic. Already we have seen about the imperfect competition in that the very first topic, that is monopoly. I have considered that monopoly and types of monopoly in the previous lecture. Today we start with the second type, that is oligopoly. The term oligopoly is derived from the Greek word oligo, which means few, and poly, which means seller. That means where there are a few firms or sellers in the market producing either a homogeneous or a differentiated product. See, in the monopoly, there is only one product which is homogeneous in all the aspects. Here, sellers are few, not a large number of sellers. Sellers are few, and they are producing either a homogeneous product or differentiated product but similar. For example, it is given here: mobile service provider, cement companies, etc. They are producing the homogeneous product but little bit different in that, so we can say that it is a differentiated product. Okay, now we will see the features of the oligopoly so that it will get clear for you. Few firms or seller. Under oligopoly market, there are few firms or sellers. These few firms dominate the market and enjoy considerable control over the price of the product. That means these sellers, they decide the price and they enjoy that price. So they are the price maker, not the price taker. Then the interdependence. The seller has to be cautious with respect to any action taken by the competing firms. That means since there are few sellers, not more than, I think we can say that not more than five to six sellers in the market. So there are few sellers. If any firm makes the change in price, all other firms in the industry also try to follow the same, remain in the competition. That means there, if one firm changes its price, the other firms which are selling the same product or homogeneous product or the product like them, they have to change their price accordingly. Okay, the third one is advertising. It is a powerful instrument in the hands of oligopolist, because advertisement, all of us know that advertisement make a very good impact on the selling of a product. In that case, what is given here: a firm under oligopoly can start an aggressive and attractive advertising campaign with the intention of capturing a large part of the market. Therefore, in the advertisement, there are so many Bollywood celebrities, cricketers, they all go with the advertising. Why? Because these firms, they try to catch the market, they try to use their जो भी उनका पब्लिक इमेज है या पब्लिक उनको फॉलो करती है, उसको यूज करने के लिए ओलिगोपोलिस्ट जो होते हैं, दे will try to advertise them more and more with their products. Fourth one is entry barrier. The firm can easily exit from the industry whenever it wants, but has to face certain entry barriers. That means, see, in the monopoly, there is free entry and exit of the firm, but here entry is restricted to some extent. That means some government license regulations they put here, but exit can be possible. Then the lack of uniformity. There is a lack of uniformity among the firms in terms of their size. Some firms may be small, with the other may be bigger one. That means some firms, they may be a smaller one. They are producing the similar product but in a limited quantity. Some firms are very large. Their production is in the bulk. Okay. The next one is uncertainty. There is a considerable element of uncertainty in this type of market due to different behavior pattern. Obviously, there must be a uncertainty because there are few sellers. Some are changing their price according to price. We have to change, and rivals or competitors are there, and it is given here, rivals may join hands and cooperate or may try to fight each other. That means this rivalry becomes so much intense so that one can overtake the other firm. Okay, I think all of you are getting clear about oligopoly. Let us start with the monopolistic competition. This one is the realistic concept. Monopolistic competition, it is very realistic in nature. In this market, there are some features of perfect competition and some features of monopoly acting together. This one is already I told you, this is the realistic situation. We can easily know the monopolistic competition. See, according to Chamberlain, what he says, definition of the monopolistic competition, it refers to competition among a large number of sellers producing close but not perfect substitutes. Okay, the picture it is given here, monopolistic competition, the picture given for the detergent. See, they are producing similar product, different brands of liquid cleaner, Tide, Ariel, and all that. All they are the similar product, close substitutes of each other, but not the perfect substitute. Little bit difference in the product, and therefore this is come under the monopolistic competition. What are the features of this? Fairly large number of sellers, the number of sailors is large but comparatively less than the perfect competition. That means some number of sailors are there, but it is not that much as per the perfect competition, and therefore sailors behavior is like monopoly. That means they are the price maker. Okay, you should remember this. Then fairly large number of buyers also. Again, the no single buyer can influence the price of the product by changing his individual demand. The third one is product differentiation. Product differentiation is the main feature of the monopolistic competition. In this market, there are many firms producing a particular product, but the product of each firm is in some way differentiated from the product of every other firm in the market. That means product is similar, they are producing the similar product, but there is some differentiation. See, I think it is given here that product different may take the form of brand name, trademark, peculiarity of package or container, shape, quality, cover, design, color, etc. It is just like the already example which is given about the cleaners, liquid cleaner. They are in the same, we can say product is same, but little bit differentiation regarding the brand name. Tide का है या फिर सर्फ एक्सेल है या एरियल है, but the shape of the bottle may be different, so they are close substitute to each other, and for this its cross elasticity of demand is very high. Example again here given, mobile handset and cold drinks. Okay, now I think all of you getting clear about this. Cold drinks, as we say, Pepsi, Coca Cola, Mirinda, all these are close substitutes to each other. Then the fourth one is free entry and exit. Under monopolistic competition, there is a freedom of entry and exit, that is new firm can enter and if there is profit, and similarly they can leave the market if they find difficult to survive. Okay, now the selling cost are peculiar to monopolistic competition only. It refers to the cost incurred by a firm. That means selling cost, what is mean by this? Selling cost, it is the cost of selling a commodity. And see what is given here, I want to explain you the same thing. It refers to the cost incurred by the firm to create more demand. Selling cost. See, sale price and selling cost, it's little bit different in that if any cost incurred for selling the product, that is known as selling cost, and thus increase the volume of sales. It includes expenditure on advertisement, radio and television broadcast, hoarding, exhibitions, window display, free gifts, free sample, etc. All this come under the advertising expenditure. Due to this, the selling increases. That means product of sale or volume of sale increase, and because of this selling cost, there must be a volume of sale will increase, which will ultimately earn the profit to the firm. Okay, and the sixth one is close substitute. In monopolistic competition, goods have close substitute to each other. फॉर एग्जाम्पल डिफरेंट ब्रांड्स ऑफ सोप्स, टूथपेस्ट एक्सेट्रा, डेली हम लोग इसके बहुत सारे एडवर्टाइजमेंट देखते हैं. कभी पेप्सोडेंट का एडवर्टाइजमेंट है, कभी वीको का है. ऑल दीज आर क्लोज सब्सटीट्यूट टू ईच अदर. Then the seventh one is concept of group. That means, yeah, the group is introduced by the Chamberlain. Industry means the number of firms producing identical products. A group means a number of firms producing differentiated product which are closely related. That means So the example given, group of firms producing medicines, automobiles, etc. All these they are producing the similar products, and therefore it is considered as a group. Okay, I think all of you are getting clear about this. This is very simple one. So now we come to an end of this chapter also. So go through it. If you have any doubt, you can put a doubt in your comment section so that I can clear your doubt. Till then, do study well, stay home, stay safe, and please do like and subscribe my channel. Bye.